and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new then a big huge welcome to you. Today's video is going to be something that it's going to be a little bit political, but I'm going to be talking about my experiences on top, and this is something quite relevant because this is something I found in the news this week. Well, actually, a loved one actually told me that in the news this week that something special has really happened through the Houses of Parliament in the UK, and it is something that's focused on disability awareness. So today I thought I would just talk a little bit about it, and I will probably talk about how much of an issue this subject is online. If some of you don't know already, then this week, which was Tuesday, I was gonna sort of plan it up on Tuesday, but it really didn't go according to plan, so I'm uploading on Friday instead, which is today. And on Tuesday I found something on the news that was really surprising, and I never expected it at all. And this news was that there was going to be plans for a law to be passed, and that law in question is called Harvey's Law. Now, Harvey's Law is a very special law which is actually set up by none other than model and businesswoman Katie Price. Yeah, Katie Price, the actual Katie Price, has absolutely come up with the law, and her inspiration behind the law was that it was created after her oldest son Harvey, who was age 16, got abused online. And this is something that she thought, no, I'm not having that. If Harvey's being bullied, then I can't let anyone to be bullied. So this is what she did, and according to my research, she had been trying to get the law passed for nearly 2 years, and she almost got it because she set out a petition and she almost got it through, but because of the 2017 general election that didn't happen, so she had to sort things out another way, and now she is working on to achieve some goals through the Houses of Parliament in order to get the law passed, and MPs have definitely backed up their support for this. And if this law gets passed, that means that anyone who has abused someone with a disability online, chances are they're going to get a criminal record. This can mean that someone who's done it may be going to court, maybe prison. I don't really know yet because the law is probably still in place and I'm not really the person behind it, and also I don't know enough about it, but in my head that's what it sounds like. But again, I just don't really know. But I have my full support on this law, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it will go through Parliament as soon as possible. I will keep my eyes and ears open about Harvey's Law, but we're just going to have to see how we go. But I will be looking at it, and I will probably keep an eye out for updates. So if anything's going past, I'll just have a look, and also I'll be sharing it on my Twitter page as well. I'm just about to get my charger quickly because my battery's about to die. Yeah, the charger's got in. I don't know if I got it back at the right angle again, but if I didn't, I'm really sorry about that, but this is the best I could do, and I had to rush because my camera was almost dying and I didn't want it to die during filming, so I was like, get in a rush. So yeah, this is where we ended up. I'll also leave a link in the description box below, and that link is going to be the article where I found and read about Harvey's Law, and that article is from The Mirror, which is a UK newspaper, well, one of the UK's leading newspapers. So what does Harvey's Law mean to me? What would it happen to millions of people with disabilities like myself? Well, I don't know if I don't know what will happen in the near future, but for now this is something that's a really big issue, especially now that I am an autistic and epileptic YouTuber. I had a little bit of cyberbullying when I was on YouTube, but I had a lot more cyberbullying before I started YouTube, and that was a really negative experience. And I think countless times I have been bullied, but mostly I have been bullied during further studies, and this bullying, it was really too much. It really knocked my confidence, and it led me to a little bit of sadness and blues for for a few months, and I was distracted by my college work, which I was supposed to be concentrating on, but I really couldn't because all the things that was affecting around me. And one can imagine that some people who have a disability are living like this after they have experienced something, and it is terrible and it really is wrong. But the most wrong thing about it is that the people who do it, whether they are students or parents or guardians or absolute strangers that a person doesn't know, they're allowed to get away with it, which is totally disgusting. And I think that is really appalling that the government really didn't decide to do anything about it before, because to be honest, they could have done it earlier, but not just the government, but for all of the social media networks as well. Facebook has been getting a lot of criticism lately, and mainly of it's due to privacy settings and privacy reasons. And Facebook, it tends to be and I have had a lot of bullying through Facebook. That was the main social media platform where I got bullied the most, and it was different because Twitter and Instagram, nothing, but Facebook, I would have to say about 96% of the time I was using social media, I was bullied online, and it's horrible, and it just really wasn't that great. So Facebook for me is like the big thing with social media bullying and criminal viral abuse. There is a huge difference between bullying online and offline, but as I found as I was growing up, bullying offline can be just as really difficult and very hurtful, but bullying online makes things a whole lot worse, more worse than anyone could imagine. And I think at the end of the day, one has to realise that even though that there are so many things that you can do online, chances are that if there's someone you know, and if you are going into a situation that you didn't want to be in, or if a stranger actually does something that you never heard of them do it before, but you feel uncomfortable about it, it's something you have to watch out, basically. However, a person's privacy and feelings and emotions are very important, and if somebody tries to break that barrier and just to invade their personal space, then I don't know what to say about that, but I think through my facial expression you could see that there's no way or no clue of what that person would do, really, because sometimes some people are afraid to ask for help, really, and it is right to say that if it does happen and it's a lot worse, then people should really call the police and then just have like photographic evidence. But again, this is something that is needed through Harvey's Law, and I think at the end of the day, if Harvey's Law goes through, then it would be a stepping stone to create maximum security and inclusion for all people with disabilities, and also they would feel safer if they are online without anyone cyberbullying them and just sharing viral abuse. And that's really it, I could say, really, to be honest. I know I'm mumbling and on for too much, really, but I didn't really want to make this video for too long anyway, because I know that even though there was a little bit of what I had to say through the law, there's some bits that I wanted to point out and wanted to get some messages across out there, but I don't think there was a lot to be said anyway, so that's probably what I've come to at the end of the day. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say, but like I said before, I will be following a few updates and we'll just probably see how we go. I'm not sure how the progress is going to be developing, but we're just going to probably see what happens. But I will be keeping my fingers crossed, and I hope, and I really hope, that Harvey's Law goes through Parliament. And with that, I'm going to be drawing this video to a close. Again, not like what I said before, but hopefully next week I will have a much longer, better video, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think I'm going to probably try and do more epilepsy awareness videos or acceptance videos next time, but I'm not going to be entirely sure yet, but we're just going to have to see how we go. So until then, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and all you have to do is to keep on dreaming and never stop believing. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, guys, and I will catch you very soon. Bye!